Hello and welcome to Divine Grace. With you, this is Asutos. With the onset of Sun moving to Aries, the exalted sign of Sun, we are here for the May Sankranti. Wishing all my viewers a May Sankranti, a Tamil New Year, and much more. With Sun, where in astrology we know Sun is known as the Karaka of Atma, the spiritual righteousness to the highest of the level is the soul in every individual. Without Sun, the wherever we are into, we won't reach that ultimate height of success. So it is also the elevation which also marks the success in endeavors. The name, fame, reputation, everything comes with Sun. Now, to understand, like worshipping on this particular day, or I would say in this throughout the month, while you have a chance in India, particularly we have the Konark temple where we can visit and for to get the kind of blessings for this time of May Sankranti. Well, to very much precise hour of the zodiacs, which will be because of the time where we have been currently moving through, will be having the kind of promotion perks. It could be across all the zodiacs, but there are those three lucky zodiacs which could attain the heights immeasurable. Now, before that, we need to understand how would be this transit in for. What would be the kind of things which we would be taking into consideration? The very first thing is the Ketu, which has been into the Leo. Okay, here it is, if I would say, it is in the Magha Nakshatra, Sun on this 14th of April today, where it is into the Ashwini, the same Nakshatra of the where Ketu co-lords this particular Nakshatra. So, if I would say the harmoniousness of Ketu relatively from Rahu is quite high in the sign of Sun, that is Leo. If I would say the very where Ketu finds the most of the comfort, the Jupiterian signs, the next comes, if I would say, it would be in the sign of Leo, which is the only sign Sun does once by. So it is relatively a good time for all of the zodiacs in per se, I would say. But in particular, this of the zodiacs comes into the bit of promotion, increment, better position, okay, on the place of work, the corporate, the government, wherever these endeavors will be. Now, the thing which we are taking into consideration, if you numerologically, if we take into consideration people born in the any of the day of a calendar in the 1st, okay, or in the 10th, the 19th, or the 28th of any month is been ruled or governed by Sun. Same goes by the if the natal moon of if it is of ruled by Sun, like the Kritika, Uttar Falguni, Uttarasada, so will be will be the one which are been taken as pious consideration, okay, if you have been born in the sign of ruled by Sun. Now, if the part of this dasa, okay, which plays a major role while we take this current transit into consideration, it would be the most fruitful if you run with the Sun dasa, governed by the Sun dasa, this period of time, including in the Ashtak Varga. If you get anything 4 or above points, you are the most suited, or the ecosystem is been most suited for you to enshrine after having the 2 top months where Sun had been with the very first with Rahu, then after coming for Saturn, now it has been finally today. That is where the Sun has got exalted. This is all. Now, without wasting much of time, let us we get into the very first of the sign, which is, it is none other than Cancer. Why? Because in Cancer, the consideration is Sun is the second house lord, where it gets exalted in the 10th house. 10th house is known primarily for the high the enlightenment in the career, the promotion, the perks, everything goes on to the highest of the level. You achieve the most whenever you have been looking for, and in literally if you have been looking for some kind of promotion which is due over a period of time, this is the time. If you enlist, this is going to successfully achieved. Well, in particular, whenever we take into consideration any ascendant and moon sign, ascendant in would be like if I would say would be, I would say 100% of anything to be achieved. Moon sign reasonably 80% can be achieved. Whenever sun is considered, okay, from the moon sign in our Vedic astrology, we consider 3rd, 6th, 10th and 11th comes as the best of the transit for sun as a planet. Now the same because of the sthiti and circumstances, we have been currently taking it in the terms of ascendant. So the same procedure does goes 3rd, 6th, 10th and 11th. Any transit is considered as a big massive success whenever it does happens. However, since our topic is pretty much confined to the promotion, perks, attainment of position, so this is every way. If I would say Cancerian are the first of the zodiacs, the ascendant, the moon sign, which are going into the list. The second is none other than Scorpio. For Scorpio, it comes as the 5th house lord, and it has been transiting to the where you can say like into the 6th house, known for the career. Okay, you able to contain your enemies, you go about achieving the things which are desirably been pending. Needless to say, like over the last 2 months, the pain which the particular these two zodiacs which are been going through should be a greater amount of respite. They would be having a sigh of relief now. I had forgot to mention, particularly for Cancer, where the Jupiter, which is likely to be getting exalted in the month of June, currently been running in the 12th, will be soon going to their ascendant, including Mercury and Saturn, which are currently in their 9th house, is also been getting a good reasonably support. The same also goes on with here while we talk about the Scorpio. We have got in the same manner the 5th house, okay, the trine, where this gets the much of the effects. Saturn and Mars in the 5th house is been in a reasonably good state, I would say. Whatever the current kind of time we have been considering, but astrologically it should be reasonably good. Same also goes like for Saturn, same also goes with Jupiter, which is currently in the 8th house, would be soon getting exalted into the 9th house, is known as the luck, there where all the endeavors goes into sweet success, and this transit adds an addendum to this success. So again, Scorpio is the second sign. Scorpio ascendant, Scorpio moon are the second of the luckiest of the sign because of this kind of transit which has been happening. And again, the third sign, which I would say is none other than the Gemini, okay, for whom the 3rd house lord moves into the 11th house. What is 11th house? Simple, is all your fulfillment of desires, everything which is been over a due of time. This ecosystem helps you to embrace those kind of the functionalities which helps you to attain all the kind of accomplishment which we had been or you had been deserving over a period of time. Accolades all of you. All the 3 zodiacs where the very first is Cancer, second is Scorpio, third is Gemini. Well, this is fabulous for all of the signs, but these 3, as the topic is pretty much linear to promotion, hikes, paychecks, so is up in the cadre. This is how I list it up. Hope you like my video. Give me a like, share and thumbs up. A subscribe. And I would love to see you again. Cheers. Take care. If you are interested for any of my consultation, you can log on to my email address which has been there. You can tap me an email. I will take you up to the next level wherever areas you looking for. Cheers. Take care.